What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about the end of the 9 to 5, the collapse of the 9 to 5, why the 9 to 5 is cooked in 2024, why the 9 to 5 is cooked in 2025, why the 9 to 5 is cooked in 2026, 2027, why the 9 to 5 is dead and 6 feet under, why you're cooked if you working a 9 to 5 ever. I'm just playing. Hey, this gonna be straight off the dome, though. It's gonna be a little rant video. If you're new to the channel, be sure to like and comment down below what you want to see next. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Be sure to follow me on Instagram at Mr.NODayzOFF. That's with 2 Z's. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get straight into it. Let's get it. Let's go. So I work at a restaurant, and for those of you who don't know, restaurant work is not easy. It's not easy at all, and it's not easy coexisting with people in an environment trying to get things done because people are lazy. Let's just be honest, dog, right? So it's not easy working in a restaurant. It's not easy being on that very mandatory quota, that a business has to meet, and some people are just not capable of meeting that quota. Now, with all that being said, we've had a lot of new hires within the past couple months coming into this restaurant, and I see they're 30 and 40, years old, 10, 20 years older than me. And when I see these things, I can't help but to think what went wrong. Now, I understand, I get that there's people who love blue collar jobs, white collar jobs. I understand that there's people that need to work those jobs. I have nothing against those type of people who work those jobs, but for me, dog, the traditional job, I just can't do it. A motherfucker telling me what to do like that, like a boss bossing me around, I just can't do it. That's just not my personality. I can't take motherfuckers telling me what to do. You feel me? Like, I just can't. That's just like, I gotta run my own program. I gotta, do what's best for me. I don't like other people telling me what I can and can't do with my life, And that's not to say that I don't listen, right? I do listen to a lot of things. I take a lot of people's advice, especially if they're more advanced or they're a lot further ahead, or they've got the results to back up what they're saying in the area. You know what I'm saying? Then I'll definitely listen, and I won't judge, and you know what I'm saying? But in terms of a job aspect, man, the boss telling you what to do and all that, I'm not for that. Because a lot of people abuse that power. I believe that they don't really try to lead in a way that is really healthy for the business, right? They just kind of lead the business in a more asshole manager, I'm a bully type of perspective. Because a lot of these people be insecure. A lot of these people don't be happy with themselves, right? But that's a whole different topic for another day. But as I see these things, I can't help but think, man, these guys, what went wrong? And I've talked to a couple of them, and a lot of them, they don't have cars. They're getting dropped off to work. They always seem to be struggling with their finances, trying to get their money back, right? It's like a reoccurring theme. Then their hygiene is kind of down. They seem to always come in to work high. Now, again, I'm thankful for this specific experience that I'm going through, because this is an environment that they've got a lot of people that were hired, that were ghetto, and they were getting away with a lot of stuff because there was no general manager, right? So now that there's a general manager here, things are trying to change. A lot of different people are getting hired, people are getting fired, things of that nature. But just seeing the type of people that are coming and working at the lower wage paying jobs, it's an eye opener, because you understand and see, man, bro, they're not as ambitious about life. They don't want to go as hard, right? They're content and comfortable with their spot in life. And if you're okay with that, that's cool. But a lot of these people, when I talk to them, we have those discussions, about life. They're always in shocking awe when they hear how much of a future I have for myself being in college, really working on myself. They're like, yeah, I'm talking to a young millionaire. He's got a future for himself. He's very, very passionate, very, very locked in and focused. If only I was that focused at your age. That's what I hear when I talk to these people, when we have these deep discussions. And they always seem to have regret and say what the things they could have done differently. What could have they done differently? And that does something to me, because that could very easily be me. I could very easily be one of those people if I let it happen. You see what I'm saying? If you stay content, if you stay comfortable, if you feel like you can't do any better than the situation you're in, then you'll continue to be in it. And I feel like a lot of those people that are working with me, man, they're cool with being in a position, like, they don't bother them not having a car at 40. And like, this is not something, like I said, I understand, hey, I'm young, dog, there's a lot of life left for me to live, and I understand that life will bend and twist and contort you in ways you ain't think possible. You didn't think life would turn that way or this way or that way. I understand, I got it. But man, bro, no car, but you're prioritizing different things like drugs. You're prioritizing going out on the weekends and stuff like that. It's like, when you see the decisions, it's really what's eating them up from inside. It makes you really think twice. It's like, okay, is it really just, okay, was this person dealt a bad card, a bad deck, and it just seems like they're in an unfortunate situation in life, and maybe they'll turn it around, or they just continuously making bad decisions, and is it holding them and slowing them down? And I analyze everything, dog. I analyze everything. I see everything. I'm aware of it, because I don't want that to be me. Simple as that. Like, I don't want that to be me. So if I can learn from somebody else, I'm gonna do that. Like, I'm not too shy to learn from anybody else, because I don't want to make them same mistakes. I don't. And so seeing these things early on is pushing me to go harder, right? The things that I have a passion for, fitness, my, you know what I'm saying, my YouTube, my content creation, things that I have a passion for. When I go to work and do the 9 to 5, regardless, even not just the restaurant, any 9 to 5, because I've worked in a factory, I've worked in retail, I've done all of them, bro. So just that in general, that type of work is draining, bro. It takes your creativity. It's like school, believe it or not. Like, it's literally nothing is different from the people that graduate from high school and transition straight to the workforce, like that's blue collar, white collar, stuff like that. Bro, a lot of that stuff is like school. And I'm telling you now, a lot of, in the next 10, 20 years, a lot of these jobs, a lot of these 9 to 5s will be replaced. It will be replaced, because not only will there be no need for people working 9 to 5s because of AI and stuff like that, but also you'll have more and more people coming towards the content creation side of things. Oh, you don't think it's happening? It will. Social media, all of that is going to be, social media, YouTube, all of this is going to be more and more integrated in our lives as time goes on. And I'm thinking about a Black Mirror episode that I remember. I can't remember what season it's from, but for those of you who watch Black Mirror, this episode is like, I think it was like it was basically their entire, like, it was everybody in society, right? And they would take out their phones, right? Or it was some type of scanner, right? Or no, I think it was their phones. I can't remember. So bear with me. But they took out their phones, right? And they were at a restaurant. No, they were at a they were just out in general. Like, they would be out at a restaurant, or maybe they would go to the store or something like that. And basically people had like live profiles that they would see when they pulled their phone up, and the profile that was on social media would pop up like basically instantly. So it was like they would see your status instantly, basically. Like, they would see your virtual status instantly when they see you in person, if that makes sense. And if you didn't have that good of a virtual status, then they would just kind of like dismiss you, like, oh, he doesn't have that good of a virtual status, we're not going to be friends with him. Or, oh, he's got a couple of virtual status strikes, so we're not going to be cool with them. And just the way that it was portrayed was very like eerie and kind of realistic in the same way sense, because I see it as how people act as like celebrity status on social media already, just because they got a blue chick. All of these OF models, all these chicks getting paid millions and millions of dollars, getting signed NBA contracts, literally, bro, getting paid $50 million a year, dog, to be OF and do content creation and stuff like that. Bro, it's insane how much virtual status, online status that they have, and that actually holds a weight in the real world, right? You can't, like, the real world, your actual social status and your virtual status, they're going to be the same thing. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, right now it's kind of a difference, but as time goes on, it'll be closer and closer, and then they'll be the same thing. And I believe content creation, a lot of streamers, a lot of people who do YouTube videos, those are going to be replacing regular 9-to-5 jobs, along with AI, right? Along with robots, right? There would be no need for, you know what I'm saying, people who are kind of content in life. And then once their jobs are replaced, then what do they do? Because obviously they don't want to do nothing with their lives. So then what's left for them? It just makes me really think about how strategic and how much I need to execute with my life. Because sometimes, bro, I'll be honest, bro, I don't be going as hard as I know I should be. Like, I know I need to have my foot on the gas and never let my foot off the gas, 100% full force. But I understand, bro, you know what I'm saying, I'm consistent, but I know there's room for improvement, there's room to grow, and that's all I'm looking for, is to be my best version, the best version that I could be. You feel me? And so, working these 9-to-5s, it's only a certain amount of time. It's either do or die. Are you going to be stuck doing 9-to-5 for the rest of your life? The choice is yours. I promise you this: if you do that, you'll be miserable, even with whatever you consider to be happy. If you consider just having the kids, a family, right, wife, shelter, then you'll be okay. Okay, well, let's see if that really holds up, especially in today's society with America and today's prices. Let's see if that really holds up, right? Because you'll definitely be struggling financially. You will, working a lower wage paying job. And for those of you who are not as ambitious, hey, maybe you just want to start thinking about some of the things you could do to start leveling up your life, developing some skills to, you know, you feel me, help you make some money. You feel me? Like, this is what's important. More money, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to just stay making the lower wage paying jobs, like $20 an hour, like that's okay. $25 an hour, that's okay. Like, we want to get up to $50, $100 an hour, because, bro, time is all you have and you can't get it back. And your time is currency, dog. So if you're gonna be trying your time, you gotta be getting some money back for that. You feel me? And at the end of the day, you gotta make sure that you're enjoying what you do. Like, also, like, you can't not enjoy what you do. If you're not enjoying what you do, what's the point of you doing it? You know what I'm saying? And then if you're making low money, you're miserable. So try to, if you working that 9-to-5, try to find a side hustle. Try to find that skill that you can build off of to make you that money that can help you take off, and that could take over, you know, as your main source of income. Or not your main source, but can serve as a main source of income, because you're just making so much off of it. Like, those are things to think about, and you need skills. And I know one thing about people is if people have a problem and you're able to offer them a solution, hey, bro, that's more money in your pocket. You feel me? But yeah, that's just my little experience, just how I feel about the 9-to-5. I feel like it's gonna be a lot different in the future, 10-20 years. So I advise y'all now to start acting on the things that you want to do, whether that be an athlete, whether that you like to do art, whether that you like to do content creation, make videos, make edits, make TikToks, whatever the case might be. whatever that skill might be. You want to do be a salesman, you want to do a realtor, whatever that might be. I want you guys to thrive in that more than the traditional, you know what I'm saying, restaurant, warehouse, retail work. You feel me? That's for the people who want to get to that next level in life. If you think you're good where you're at, then continue doing what you're doing. That's the video for today. Appreciate each and every single one of y'all tuning in. I will be having more videos and bangers like this one on the channel, so make sure y'all stay tuned. I'm out. Don't forget to like my shit too, bro.